As historical author Anthony Brandt has said, other things may change us, but we start and end with family. I've been picking the Commonwealth for 20 years, searching high and low at yard, estate sales, antique malls, thrift stores, junk shops, garages, and sometimes even barns for treasures I can pass on to new homes through eBay. But now as I watch my little ones growing up before my eyes, I find that my real treasures are right here with me every day. So join us as we pick, flip, and resell on our 2 eBay stores and in our 2 antique booths.
$134.97, one $379.25, $59.54, $4. Hey, this is Kevin. Welcome back to Commonwealth Picker, and we're in the eBay cave. We don't have much going out today. Slow day in sales, $134.97, but we've got some big news. A couple things. One, what's in this box right here. We're going to unbox that and let you take a look. And the second thing I wanted to talk about is a thank you, a little shout out to somebody who reminded me I had this item and I haven't listed it yet. And it's Halloween, and I've been preaching to you to list your Halloween stuff. Thank you, Mr. McDaniel out there, for letting me know I need to list that item. He said he sold one the other day, so I appreciate that. Got to get that one up and listed. I put it sometimes in a specific place in here for things that I want to list in the fall. Well, fall isn't here yet, but that's an item that I want out there as soon as people start thinking about Halloween. And I've had some Halloween items sell lately. He told me that one sold. So we're going to get that one out. It was a $3.79 buy at the Goodwill, and it should go for around $25 plus shipping is my guess. So $134.97. We're going to do an unboxing here. We're going to let you see what sold, give you an update on the happy little accident. We had one more thing sell from that. Still, half the items aren't even listed, maybe a little bit more, and then a bunch of the items aren't into the booth yet. We're going to give you an update on the first week of sales in the first of the 2 antique booths. We were supposed to get into the antique booth, the second antique booth, or I call them vintage booths, in 5 days. And they called yesterday and said, hey, the space is empty, can you come in tomorrow? So we're going to come in on not today, not today, not today, but we're going to come in there tomorrow. And I'm not going to be there, so I'm going to be out of town. Blue Ridge Mama's out of town today on a little and Blue Ridge Granny took the kids to see Toy Story. You tell me, by the way, that's a good one. We talked about Aladdin the other day, and I got some comments down below. So which of the Toy Stories is the best for? Let me know if you've seen all 4, and let me know what you think is the best. So I'm sure my kids will come home saying this one's the best, but it's because they, whatever's new to them is the best. So, so let me know in the comments below. All right, we're going to talk about what sold in that first antique booth, and then tomorrow we are going to move into that second antique booth at Needful Things on North Bridge Street in Bedford. And I'm not going to be there, so it's going to be Blue Ridge Mama and Blue Ridge Granny and the 2 homeschool hustlers, and our oldest boy is going to the heavy lifting, I think. So we'll see how that goes, and maybe they'll send me a little video and tell me how it's going. I'm going to head out to see my brother and to see some family. But my wife said, hey, let's do it anyways. Let's move in. I think she's ready to get some of this stuff out of the basement for good. So, and so am I. So we'll give you an update at the end on what sold the first week. But let's talk about what sold right now today. So the first item is, actually there's one other thing I want to talk about, which is an item that had sold, and there's a problem with the shipping address, and I ended up having to cancel the address because I could not get it to change correctly, send a message out. And so this lot of shirts, the J. Crew shirts that we talked about in the last show, is actually going to go out today. It's a nice little $50 sale. The same buyer bought it and had fixed the address. Normally I can fix the address myself, but it would not update, it would not fix it. So it was nice to see. Normally when you cancel an order like that, the buyer doesn't come back, but they did for this, so we're going to send that out. Next item up on the list is 9 for plus shipping. Corningware, the square one, that's 8-incher maybe, 10, I'm not quite sure. It's a 10-incher lid. And you know, I'm not a big fan of selling these, but sometimes when you buy a whole lot of things, the double broilers sell all right. The very big ones, the 5-liter ones, those sell really well. And so sometimes you bundle something together like that, and you could sell the parts and pieces off. In the future, the parts and pieces will probably go in the booth for me. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not saying it's a waste of time. I actually can make more money on eBay than I can in a booth for this, but the time involved is a little bit too much. So, plus, you know, not too many people buy a lid in an antique booth when they would on eBay, because they're out there looking for that specific, you know, how many people are there in America that need this? 4? Right? What are the chances they walk past my booth? Slim to none. So if it was the whole piece, you know, it'd be a different story. So but we'll get that one out. Let's see, we have the Strong's Concordance, which we talked about the other day. It was a I can't remember if this was a $1 buy or a 10-cent buy in Goodwill, or no, excuse me, if it was a 10-cent buy at a yard sale or a $1 buy at Goodwill. Might have been $2 this hardback. I don't think I would have bought this for $2 at Goodwill, to be perfectly honest with you. I think, you know what? I know exactly where this is. This is a happy little accident. I just remembered that. This was part of that big giant lot. I'm going to look back and find it in there. And it's in excellent, I mean, almost brand new condition. So that's where that came from. We're going to have to add that to our list. Sold for $10 plus shipping. Medium mail. They don't give you a discount on the medium mail, so it doesn't help out with the fees. So you're looking about maybe $8.50 profit on that item, maybe $8.30 profit on that item, which is pretty good. I'll have to add that to my list here in a second. I had a Liberty shirt sell. Let's Go Flames. You know, school's coming back in session. It's a women's small. Paid $1 for it. $15 free shipping. I believe it's free shipping. So nothing big, maybe $8 or so. A vintage Atari Vanguard game that I got. This was part of that big lot we got for Tim the Toy Man, and we're just selling them off bit by bit, trying to make our money back. And this one was $9.81 plus shipping, so it's pretty good on that. And another item from the Happy Little Accident, and this is $22 plus shipping for these 12x12s. And it's really light. It's under, you know, it's just over a pound probably. But it is about an $18, $19 profit on those. I think I wrote down 18. No, I wrote down $19 profit towards our total. And then we're going to add in the $8. We'll add in $8 more from the Concordance. And that brings us to a grand total so far of $300.50. So we're $100.50 in the profit, and we're just getting started. I'd say about a third of those old world ornaments are listed. Only one has sold. So we're doing pretty good. We haven't put any of the ornaments out at the booths yet. We're going to probably put some in the second one at Needful Things first, and then bring some down to Bell Treasures. Hey, that reminds me, I had somebody stop by the, unless I said this yesterday, stop by the booth at Bell's Treasures and say that Commonwealth Picker sent them, and they got a 10% discount. So if you head down to either booth and tell them that you saw us on this video, they'll give you 10% off of anything at my booth. Obviously not somebody else's booth. So that's multiple items. So, you know, buy 10 things. Go for it. Kids will enjoy it. All right. Last but not least today on the show, we're going to go over the items that sold at the first antique booth in the first day, or first week. So we got a little week update. It was actually a week and a day, I believe. And keep in mind, I'll give you some numbers here. $45 for the booth, a month, 10% off of anything that sells, and of course the cost of goods. So having said all that, my initial goal, and our initial goal for the kids, for my wife, was to kind of learn the process and hopefully not lose money the first month. And that was our goal. And then after that, we're hoping to figure out what we're doing, maybe make $100 a month, and then maybe $200 a month down the road. Have 2 booths, it's $400 extra bucks a month. Maybe get really good at it, who knows, and have some fun, and sell off some of the things that I don't want to sell in here that I end up buying in lots. To make my life easier, this is a very small space. I've taken you on a tour of it. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch the video that shows you how small this space is. It is about 7 feet by 20 feet, maybe not even that big. So it's a pretty tiny little space, and we currently have 905 things listed on eBay. So we use every bit of space. And so to be able to offload some things and make a little bit less in a booth in order to get better deals on lots that we buy at yard sales, state sales, whatever, I think is a great model, and my kids are loving it. They're having fun, and we're sharing the profits with them a little bit, and putting them to work and doing things. And we'll put a video out about that here pretty quick as well. And they're having a good time. So anyway, thanks for joining us with that as well. So many have watched the Homeschool Hustler videos, and they love it. They love it. So, all right, we sold a few things. Geometric wooden toy for $5. A turkey dish, which I told you about earlier. My wife hated it, said it's ugly. She put a low price on it, and it was our second item sold. The 3 Bob Ross items we got from the Happy Little Accident video. Hey, Soph, what's up, girl? You mad? You want a treat, huh? You want a treat? There you go. Eat that treat right there. We'll let you out in a second. You want to go outside? So Bob Ross, $3, $1.50, $4 for the book, the little mint things and the bobblehead, and so those sold pretty quick. Those were the first items that sold from the Happy Little Accident, and they're on that list already. A match safe that we got for 50 cents, sold for $4. Now this one just says book, so I'm not quite sure which books have sold, but most of these are 10-cent buy books. We go picking through Goodwill when we're in there, and just pick, there might be 1 or 2 decent ones in there in the kids bin, or sometimes I'll pick them up at yard sales. And so here's some books. We got 1 book sold for $4, another for $3, another for $3, another for $1, another for $3. So those are the first book sales. I mean, the ROI on that's pretty good. They're not high priced items, but you're not paying anything for them. Let's see, a little wooden ruler, vintage ruler, sold for $2. Stickers have been selling. Now, I'm not sure if those are my stickers, or if those are the stickers from those decals, or if stickers from the... What's up? You mad at me? Well, come on. So I'm not sure if they're the stickers from the... decals, or if they're the stickers from the Happy Little Accident one, and we've got a bunch more stickers that we're going to add in there soon. There you go. Is that what you want? You want to see the camera? Is that why you're mad? No? Alright, well, I don't know what you want. We'll get you outside. So I'll have to check that out and see which ones they were, so I can put that towards the Happy Little Accident. Alright, some boots. Bought a pair of boots out yard sailing with my wife for $2. She found them, and we sold those for 15 bucks in the booth. I wish I would have picked up another pair for $5 the other day, but I didn't know. These sold pretty quickly though, so pretty happy. Willie Nelson, that's Blue Ridge Granny's record, that sold for $6. Little People, so we got a bunch of Little People, the modern Little People, and we stuffed them in a jar and put the lid on top and put a little tie around it. Sold pretty quick, so we're into that for $1 or $2, and sold for $7. Some of the Disney cars that we got in that lot, if you go back and watch the yard sale one where we found the dog maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, some Disney cars sold $3 a piece. Tupperware, as a Tupperware strainer, sold for $4. That was in a Friday yard sale buy that we had. Paid 50 cents for it. Another sticker and a Virginia Tech board game sold. So grand total so far of $82 in sales in 1 week. Now, that means that we have paid our rent, we have paid our fees. Let's see, $8.40 is $53 right there. I calculated out the cost of goods to be $16. Let me do some math here. 53. Did I say 53? 53 and 16 is 69. Am I doing that right? 53, 16, $69. So we are already up $13. If I'm doing my math right. I thought it was a little bit more than that when I calculated it out earlier. I probably should have wrote it down. That's why I'm a history teacher, not a math teacher. either way, we're showing a little bit of a profit in the first week. So you remember, our goal was to not lose money the first month. So we've already accomplished that goal in the first week, is to not lose money. So basically from this point on, the rest of the month, other than the fees that come out and the cost of goods, we're going to be making pure profit because the $45 rent is already paid. And we sold nothing but smalls. You know, we have some $30, $40, $50 items in there and they didn't sell. And I'm hoping to sell like one of those a week. Vintage Diggs out there has been helping me a little bit, telling me what sells in his booths, and I've been appreciating watching his videos, so I appreciate that. At any rate, we're really happy with so few smalls, or still so few things going out and smalls going out to already be making some money. So really encouraged about that. We can't wait to get in the other booth. We'll have one at Bell Treasures. We'll have one at Nifty Things, or Needful Things, excuse me. Needful Things Antiques. And we'll get in there tomorrow and we'll let you take a look at that video and see how the kids do without Commonwealth Picker around to tell them what to do. They're probably excited to go move into that booth because they're not going to be with me. Plus, every time we go down there, it seems like we stop at Wendy's and get a Frosty. So Turner likes that a bunch. So I'm sure that's what they'll be doing tomorrow. So at any rate, thanks for the growth of the channel. Thanks for sticking with us here. Keep the questions coming. I've met so many great people in comments down there, and so many people have been so kind to my wife who's doing all the editing. But don't forget, tell us about Toy Story, which one's your favorite down there, or if you have seen The Lion King yet. We got to decide. The kids decided Toy Story first today and then Lion King, so let us know if that's worth going to see. At any rate, don't forget to comment down below, ring that bell if you want some updates. And don't forget to leave a comment and get to know us a little bit. So appreciate it. Y'all have a good day. My wife tells me I'm forgetful. I think she might have an argument there. At any rate, let's take a look. See what's in the box here. I think if you've been watching the show, you probably have a pretty good idea what's in the box. So there you have it. There's the GoPro, and this is the one we bought off of Garage Flips affiliate link, and we're gonna get that thing charged up and figure out how to use it, and hopefully give you some decent video in the future when we go out yard sailing. All right, thanks again.